Hey y'all, thanks for being here with Miggy Mike here at Miggy Mike's Milagros. Today we're going to be talking about dominating someone. So in this work, what we're going to be discussing is how it is that you can dominate someone. So just to give you a little bit about when would this even call for that kind of work. So let's say that you have a manager or a boss or a supervisor or whatever it is that, or a person at work that's harassing you, someone that's just on your case and they just are always on you for some reason. They single you out, or for whatever reason it is, they're just bullying you, right? And that's another example is if you have a bully. If you have someone that is a partner or a family member even that's just abusive or abusing you, if you feel that, and of course it should be justified. Remember that this work should be justified because one, it's just right. You know what I mean? If it's unjustified, you can still do the work and more than likely it's going to work. I'm going to be honest with you. It's more than likely going to work even if you aren't justified. The thing is though that if you do this work and it's not justified, if the person knows how to do any kind of work, or if they have strong spirits, or if they have a family member that does any kind of spiritual work, it's possible that it could be sent back. So just be aware of that. That's why I was taught and trained and also teach other people. Make sure that the work that you do is justified for the means or for whatever it is that you're doing the work for. So in this case, it would be to dominate someone that's overbearing, that's taking your personal power, that's for some reason, you know, they're in a place of power and they're abusing their power and dominating you with it. So this is a way to not only turn the tables, but to dominate them. And this will help you to more or less kind of dictate, again, dominate. You're dominating them in some way or form to do what you want, right? You're turning the tables if it's that someone is dominating you and they're, you know, willing ill will on you, or if they're bullying you or harassing you. These are ways that I'm going to show you right now how it is to dominate them and put them under your foot. This is going to be pretty literal, okay? First, I'm going to show you guys what it is that we're going to be working with. I'm going to give you the rundown of what we're going to do, and then I'm just going to get into the actual work. So this is going to be the first video of its kind, and I just want to say this. You're going to be experiencing and seeing how it is that I do real spiritual work. So I'm going to show you in the beginning the first couple of steps. I'm going to explain that right now. The first couple of steps are all the steps that we're going to be doing, and then I'm just going to go right into it, okay? So what we're going to do is the very first thing is step number one, right? Get all the things that you need for your work. Whatever the items are that you need, make sure that you have all of them together. For this, you're going to need, let's see, we have licorice root, we have myrrh. Let's see, it's probably going to be really hard for you all to see, but we have, right here we have licorice root, we have myrrh, we have five-finger grass, we have tobacco, like smoking tobacco, and then you have star anise. I'm going to explain why it is that we have those, but those are the 5 herbs that you're going to need for this work. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, you're going to need the 5 herbs that I just mentioned. Licorice root, five-finger grass, myrrh, tobacco, star anise. If you cannot get this, and I wanted to make this a point, if let's say that you can't get the herbs that I just listed, because most of these you're going to find like an occult shop or a spiritual store, go to your local store, right, your grocery store, and get, this is what I have worked with in the past, and this works awesome. Poppy seeds, lavender, and what's the third one? Ooh, I had the third one, y'all. Okay, so poppy seeds, lavender, and tobacco. That's right, tobacco was the third one that I wanted to say. So the reason that we're going to be working with, and I'm going to explain this really quick, just so you have an understanding of why I have these. Licorice root is used to dominate people. So this is all about dominating someone's will, to bend them to your will, to bend them to do what you want to do. Five-finger grass is the helping hand. It's the hand that grabs and can help you grab things that you need in life. Tobacco is about communication, and it also has another intoxicating energy about it, and it also dominates. So it is a dominating herb in itself. It's intoxicating. The smoke, if you think about it, is like disorientating. And when you smoke, you get really hot, so it's kind of irritating. So it has that fire and that heat. Star anise, we're working with that because we want to psychically get them, right? We want to get their senses. We want to manipulate them and get them to do what we want. So star anise is a really good medicine to work with in order to bring in that spiritual side, the psychic side, to add even more energy to grab them spiritually and mentally and emotionally and all of the energies that you need, but mostly psychically. That's what it's for. Myrrh is used to manifest our will. It is to bring things in this world that we desire. Again, the herbs that I've used in the past that work cool, lavender, because lavender not only mellows people out, but when people are in a mellow state, you can manipulate them more easily because they're more receptive to what you want them to do. Tobacco, I already mentioned why you work with that. Poppy seeds are about confusion. It's about confusing people. It's about making them a little off so that way they do what you want them to do. So it throws them off of their equilibrium or off of their balance, okay? So you get all the ingredients together. You also need a piece of paper because that's what you're going to be writing on. You're going to need your incense as an offering and also to cleanse and purify the space. You're going to need some water, again, to cleanse and purify the space. And you're going to need some salt. There's salt in here. Probably can't see it. You're going to need an anointing oil. I have frankincense and myrrh right here. You're going to need a candle. And let's see, is that all that we need? Yes, that's all that you're going to need, okay? In terms of step one, getting all your ingredients together, that's what you need. All right, you got everything? So I just want to mention the reason for the incense is because we're going to cleanse with the 4 elements, the earth, air, fire, water. And of course, this is going to be air and fire together. And we're going to bless and empower this so that we make holy water. And then this is an offering to the deity that we're going to work with. And then this is another offering to the deity that we're going to work with. I'm going to cleanse all of the items. And then we're going to do it. So step 2, after we got all the things together, is we're going to go ahead and we're going to center ourselves. We're going to ground. We're going to breathe in and out a couple of times. And then when we're focused and grounded on what it is, the intention, and who it is that we're going to be working on, we get that in our minds. And we get ready to do the work. Then, once we do that, we go ahead and mix all the salts and water. We're praying the whole time. We're cleansing the space. We're going to cast a circle, and I'm going to do all that. Like I said, I'm going to bring the cleansing items in. I'm going to cleanse all the space. I'm going to cleanse myself. I'm going to go ahead and bring in the energies with all 4 of the elements, like I mentioned. And then we're going to... That's step 2. Cleansing is step 2. Step 3 would be casting the circle so that we're in a liminal space. Step 4, would be go ahead and calling in our deity that we're going to work with. And then step 5 would be calling in the other spirits that we're going to work with. Step 6 would be writing out our intention for what it is that we want done. And then step 7 would be adding all the ingredients and praying over everything. And then step 8 would be where we're going to put everything once we're done. Okay, hopefully that makes sense. If you guys got questions, of course, comment and do all that stuff, okay? I'm going to get right into it. All right. I do want to make mention now that this work I learned from Conjure. We're going to be doing it in a witchcraft perspective, and I have done it in this way, and it does work, and it has been effective the times that I've worked it. So I just wanted to make that clear. This is a work that I originally learned within Conjure and Root work, but I have done this work with the deity that we're going to be working with today, which is Hecate, and it has worked for me. So I just want to clarify that with Originally, yes, it was conjure work that I did this in, and I've found that with Hecate, it's still just as effective working it that way. Okay? Just wanted to premise that. And also, when you're breathing in and out, a good thing that I visualize, and you're more than welcome to try, is when I breathe in, I visualize this white mist coming in through my nose and coming in through my entire body to bring in that cleansing energy. And then as I breathe out, I'm breathing out all the negativity, all the distractions from the day, all the unwanted energies, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed. And I do that 3 times just to get myself in a nice altered state, a nice light altered state, probably because I'm very relaxed. And then, of course, you're thinking about what it is that you're going to be doing, and let's get into it. So I've cleansed, I've gotten all my items, step 1 check, step 2, I've breathed in and I've visualized that mist and that energy, and now step 3. Now let's get into the work, y'all. I have here now the power, the energy of water. I have just simple, I got some water from the faucet and I put it in here, okay? So now what we're going to do first is we have to bless and empower all of these items, right? We have to bring life into them. So that's something that I really want you all to understand. When you're doing the spiritual work, make sure that you're breathing life into this work. Make sure that you're engaging your spirit with the spirits that you're calling forth, okay? So water is to cleanse, it's to purify, it's to remove negativity, it's to call forth the energies of water to bless and to empower the sacred work. So let's do it. I call you, great spirit of water. I ask for your blessings and for your empowerment. I ask of you in the name of Hecate to bless and to empower the sacred work. Great spirit and sacred power of water, you that cleanse and purify, you that remove all unwanted influences and forces, I call forth your spirit now with this breath of life awaken. In the name of Hecate, I invoke your power to cleanse and to purify, to remove all evil and negativity and all unwanted influences and forces by your blessing and by your power. This is made so, and in the name of Hecate, this is so. So mote be. All right. Now what we want to do, we've blessed and empowered this water in the name of Hecate, which is the deity that we're going to be working with. Now we're going to do the deity that we're going to be working with. Now we're going to do the same thing with the spirit of salt, the salt right here. I call to you, great spirit of salt, to you that cleanse and purify, to you that remove all evil and negativity, that you that have the power to absorb and to wash away and scrub away all unwanted influences and forces. Great spirit of salt, in the name of the goddess Hecate, the queen of witches, I call forth your spirit to bless and to empower me in this sacred work, to cleanse and to purify all that is touched by your Holy Spirit. In the name of Hecate, I invoke your power and your spirit now. And now what we're going to do is we're going to combine the salt with the water. Now what this does is it creates holy water. It brings 2 elements together and it makes it even holier and more powerful. And this is done across traditions. Even in Catholic holy water, they use salt and water. So what I would say is you just need 3 pinches of salt. And this is what I say and do. Salt and water by casting thee, no harmful spell nor purpose be. Salt and water by casting thee, no harmful spell nor purpose be. Salt and water by casting thee, no harmful spell nor purpose be. In the name of the goddess Hecate, as I have combined now this sacred holy water to bring forth this energy, to manifest this cleansing and purification, I know, I name, and I claim in the name of Hecate and by my will and intention that all that is touched by this holy water is cleansed and purified of all evil and unwanted influences and forces, known and unknown, seen and unseen, named and unnamed, in the name of Hecate and by my will and intention. So mote it be, and this is so.